Yes, Fight World, we back. Live and direct in the flesh. We in Las Vegas in my hotel room. My humble abode for the next few days. Waiting for some people to join. Let me fix my posture. Yeah, I'm out here in Vegas. Glad to be done flying. We doing the late night shift today, man. I missed that first flight, the earlier flight. I wasn't gonna be able to make it. If King Kong wins, I don't know if it would truly be an upset. You know what I mean? I think both of them. I mean, fights like that, when the guys have that much power in their gloves, I don't really think it's an upset. You know what I mean? Yeah, we out here in Las Vegas. Let me see what my room, what the view is looking like out here. What the hell? Hold on. Where we at, man? Man, boxing in 2017. Boy, I tell you, we're getting everything we want. What's up with USC? Are they still doing fights? I heard John Jones's B sample came back dirty. So you gotta do something, baby. Boxing's been killing. Yeah, yeah. We working. Yeah, we working, man. I just want to talk a little. I'm about to go down to this casino, get something to eat. You know, Deontay Wilder, Ortiz is a great fight. Great fight. I'm leaning towards Wilder, but like I said, either guy, they both got power, so either guy can win that. What is Luis Ortiz? Who's the last person he even fought? Like Dave Allen? What was that? Like December? And Dave Allen lost after that too. So I never really rated Dave Allen as no top dude. And then he was supposed to fight on the like Broner Porter card. I went all the way out there. I mean not Broner Porter, Berto Porter card. I went all the way out here. Like you know what I mean? Like that's dope. I get to see Ortiz fight. I never covered the Ortiz fight myself. My writer has for the brand, but he pulled out with the thumb injury. So that long layoff, I don't know. But Wilder had a little bit of a layoff too with his injuries and stuff. Great fights, man. Yeah, I mean, boxing fans are funny. It's like they bring up triangle theories when it suits them. I tell you, triangle theories don't mean shit because if you really, since it's funny, like I said, when people do triangle theories, they usually don't know shit about boxing. And in addition, they only bring up triangle theories that work towards who, like if they want Ortiz to win and they think he's going to win, they're not going to bring up the triangle theory that Deontay Wilder fought Malik Scott and knocked him out in one round. And then Luis Ortiz fought him, and that was one of his worst performances. And, you know what I'm saying? He just wasn't cutting off the ring and couldn't stop him or anything. You know what I mean? So, y'all got to be careful with them triangle theory people because they always, like I said, they only bring it up when it suits them. That's why I don't really use triangle theories. I'm not betting on this fight. You know what I mean? I don't know what the odds. I'm not really into. Occasionally, I'll do personal bets with people I know and stuff, but I don't really be. If anything, I might go down to these casinos since I'm out here in Vegas. And I'm like, oh, put some money in the slots. Um, yeah, I'm triangle theories don't do shit because you can't make sense of it. That guy beat that guy, but then this guy gets knocked out by it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. HBO taking L's. I told y'all. I told everybody. Like y'all really like. I don't know if y'all think I just be saying this shit, but I literally told, like, if you go back to my catalog, my video in January, I literally told you in January, I said this was not going to be a good year. I remember the year. I remember because it was the brand new month for a brand new year, and I literally told you, if you go back to my videos from January, on one of them, I said this year is not going to be, and this was before James DeGale fought Badu Jack and Tank got a title. This was way before. Well, not way before, but it was before anything really even significant happened in boxing. And I told y'all in January, I said this is not going to be a good year for y'all. That's why I keep referencing it, because it's not. This is like the worst year for casuals, and people get mad when I say I told you so. But listen, if I told you so and you guys were saying I'm a dummy and all that, then it is what it is. Because when I'm wrong, I got to be a man and be wrong. That's just how it goes. So, I mean, you always say I told you so. Did I tell you so? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I never said I'm always right. I know I'm not always right. But, like I said, I'm not always right. But when I'm right, I'm right. Did I not say Conor was going to get stopped in 8 to 10 rounds? Okay, then. I did several videos breaking down. I'm like, I don't really see all this stuff. And that you know what I mean? You could be like, oh, that's an easy one. Okay, look at Kell Brook versus Errol Spence. There were a lot of people that said Kell Brook was going to stop Errol Spence, who had Errol Spence fought. And I did a 7 reasons on it too. I said Errol Spence will stop Kell Brook in the late rounds. I didn't say this. I said he would stop him. Go look at my 7 reasons. Guess what? He got stopped. You know what I mean? You can't make, his eye, you can't make excuses. He got stopped. You know what I'm saying? So, but beyond that, it's just, I told you, man, we were coming to overthrow the current government and the system that was in place. You know what I mean? Mutiny on the previous captains. Because there's a lot of people in the boxing game, they don't call boxing fair. First of all, they don't know shit about boxing. You know what I'm saying? And beyond that, they don't even try to mask their affinity with certain fighters. They don't even try to hide. You know what I mean? Some of them were probably like racist or have racial undertones to who they pick and who they don't like. You know what I mean? They don't even try to hide it. These casuals are getting like I told you, like I said, people get mad, oh, why you say I told you? So I told you. If I didn't tell you, I don't say that. Listen, I give somebody, I feel like giving away free money. I'll give someone $500 right now. PayPal me, PayPal cash. I'll give you $500 right now. And I'm in Vegas, so you know I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'll give someone $500 right now if they produce one video of me where I told you guys that Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez was #1 pound for pound. One video where no fabricated, no like voiceovers of me, you know what I mean? A legit video from me where I told you Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez is #1 pound for pound. You won't find that. That's why I'm going to keep this $500. And then you guys are going to be like, ooh, what are you saying? I told you so. Because you know I never said that. And if you go to my channel, it's actually the contrary. I actually said the opposite. I said Roman's going to struggle as he moves up because his fighting style. You know what I mean? It's kind of similar to Donaire, but Donaire's style actually, even when he fought featherweight, he hurt Nicholas Walters. But Roman moved up 3 pounds, and his power looks a lot more manageable for them dudes up there. You know what I mean? So you won't find one single solitary video from me where I said that Roman should be #1 pound for pound. Meanwhile, people were saying, "Oh, he's pound for pound over Kovalev and Ward," and I'm like, "How can you even put him over Kovalev or Ward? Them guys are champions with names that we all recognize." And listen, facts are facts. Like I said, people, oh, you said I told you so. I don't say I told you so if I didn't, but I remember what I say because I'm not a little lunatic where I just say stuff and have Tourette's. Like fuck Rihanna, like I'm not just saying shit. I say what I mean. So I remember distinctly on my channel, I said HBO needs a facelift. Yep, someone just said that. HBO needs a facelift with their commentary. I said they don't accurately depict what's happening. I told you, go watch my post-fight Chocolatito Quadras. I'm like, man, Harold Letterman it's not even fair the way he's calling the fights. If you're an action style, If you're action style, then you get all the credit in the world. But if you take a step back, if you use intelligence, lateral movement, anything like that, the way HBO's been calling fights, it's like they make it like you're not even in the fight. So Carlos Cuadras uses some movement, and he was lumping up Chocolatito. But okay, Jim, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it ain't no okay, Jim. You know, 14 rounds, Chocolatito. You know, I just like this guy. He like no, it's not about what you like and who you like and stuff like that. Crazy. Bayron, you sound pretty stupid because I don't smoke, so I'm not hiding anything. He said, "Yeah, puff, puff, pat. I don't smoke." I mean, listen, I'm my own boss. If I smoke weed, I live in California. Weed is legal. So realistically, that was a stupid comment. I'm my own boss. What am I gonna get fired from my own channel? I could smoke weed if I wanted to. I don't smoke weed. Like, well, why would I even have to lie about that? I live in a state called California where marijuana is legal, right? I don't work for someone, so like, oh, my boss seen this video and now I'm like fired because I smoke weed. That doesn't happen. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm my own boss. I don't. Why would I have to lie about that? That sounds crazy. But anyway, back to HBO. Um, Canelo, I predicted a decision. I mean not Chocolatito. Golovkin is see HBO putting all these fighters' names. He's saying the wrong name. Golovkin has a beard. He looks like he could take a shot. But listen. I picked Canelo. If you go watch the 7 Reasons or whatever, um, I picked Canelo. I said split decision, majority decision, something like that. And I think it's because it's a tough fight. It's a 50-50 fight. Golovkin's no punk. I think Golovkin's going to come and try to maybe impose his will. I mean, I could see Canelo potentially maybe getting knocked down, maybe being visibly rocked or something hurt. But I think he could pull it together if he fight. You know what I mean? Just like Ward did Kovalev. I think it could be not exactly that fight because they don't have the same style. But that's just my opinion. I don't think it'll be like like Canelo Chavez, you know what I mean? Because Golovkin don't fight like Chavez, and he has a lot more heart in his fighting style. So I don't see that. I don't see it like it's just pure easy work. Canelo's gonna have to be smart in there. He's gonna have to think. He's gonna have to not get hit with big shots and take too much damage. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a arcade game, Street Fighter 2 or some shit. You know what I mean? Where they have the little health bar. Canelo in rounds 1 through 4 or so, 1 through 5, the first stanza, the first half. Canelo's health bar needs to stay as full as possible. You know what I'm saying? He can't be having like this much health where one shot is gonna do away with him. Like, that's not good because Golovkin's a good finisher. Um, and that's that. So, you know what I'm saying? I tell you my stance on this. You guys can believe me or not. I like Golovkin. I like Canelo. I don't have a problem. But see, this is the thing in boxing. People want fairness in boxing. And what I mean by that is if Floyd Mayweather is fighting Pacquiao, just because you like Pacquiao, you want me to give my commentary that suits what you want me to say. But boxing is not fair. You know what I'm saying? All men are not created equally in terms of skill set. You know what I mean? So when I'm doing my Pacquiao prediction, right, I'm not going to tell you that Pacquiao does X, Y, and Z great or has a great, impeccable defense if I don't believe that. But that's what fans, that's how emotional and passionate, I guess you guys could say. That's how like emotional that you guys are with it. Where, you know what I'm saying? It's like if I made a video about Pacquiao, they say, "Oh, what about Floyd?" You know what I'm saying? You want it to be tit for tat, but like Floyd's retired. Like it's different. You don't just if I say something good about Canelo, I got to say something good about Triple G. You know what I mean? For me, I tell it like it is, and I give credit where credit's due. I just told you, Golovkin, he has a beard. I think Canelo's defense is a lot better, right? But Golovkin has some intangibles. So I mean, it should be a good fight. That's why I'm out here in Vegas. But a lot of y'all worry too much. Somebody said, "Oh, ego going to take an L after Saturday." Listen, even if I was wrong, which I don't think I'll be wrong, to be honest. Like I said, I wouldn't have made an hour-long 7 Reasons video, and you know what I mean. put my prediction streak on the line or whatever if I thought I was going to be wrong. But even if I'm not, how am I? I'm not losing. I'm out here in Vegas. I'm going to enjoy the fight. Even though the undercard, JoJo Diaz Jr., his fight got fucked up. Man, that Lada dude needs to retire, man, because he always be getting fucked up right before his fights. I think that's the same dude that fell in the bathtub and chipped his teeth like Jim Carrey and busted his shit. And then now Joseph JoJo Diaz is supposed to have a pretty good fight for him in an eliminator for a Gary Russell Jr. spot or whatever. And now he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. I mean, he said he hurt his back lifting weights. Like, what are you doing? Like, you hurt your back lifting weights the week before the fight. Before the Carl Frampton fight, you slipped and fell in the shower and hit the Perk Plus and Irish Spring, busted your shit like this. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I don't understand how it's like how you're getting so banged up in training camp. Like, that's just my opinion. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I'm not, like I said, people can say whatever they want. Ooh, you're gonna get an L. I'm not getting an L. Look at me, like I'm in Vegas. There's no L to it. I'm going to the fight. I'll be at the weigh-in. I'm gonna enjoy some pretty women, weather, good food. Ain't no L to it. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy talking to fans. I enjoy talking boxing. So, ain't no, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that, if you work hard, you know what I mean, you can get into the position where you can do something you enjoy. You know what I mean? Whatever that is. Vegas got some dimes. I seen some in the hotel lobby. Canelo got precision, speed, and timing. That is true. That is true, my friend. See, you know what? This is going to sound crazy to you, but I'm telling you straight up. And this is my honest opinion. And some people are going to be like, what? You're biased and all this stuff. Listen, I don't think, okay, let me word this how I want it to sound. Golovkin is clearly strong and clearly powerful dude. But I don't think his power is as menacing as some of y'all make it out to be. Meaning, he has power. He's hurt like probably all of his last 24 opponents. So he clearly has power. But I'm talking about, like, if you look at power, the severity of powers, like Mike Tyson, he would have guys looking like crippled in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, just out. Deontay Wilder, he has dudes that are out, like out. Artur Spilka was in the middle of punching his arm. Like, when your arm just goes limp, you're out. You're out. You know what I'm saying? Julian Jackson, I don't think Golovkin has that type of power. Now, keep this in mind. This is not shade to Golovkin, because what he does have power, and what he does with his power is he'll break you down, and it's good power, but he'll break you down and he'll keep hitting you with that power. But what I'm saying is, like, you guys got to understand boxing. You have to understand boxing. Julian Jackson, if he hit you, the guys in his division, their necks would be snapping all crazy and stuff like that. That's just how power. If you have crazy power, people react a certain way. Now, again, Golovkin is strong, but he was battering David Lemieux. David Lemieux did nothing and still lasted like 9 rounds. Curtis Stevens got knocked down maybe in the 2nd round. He got caught with the double hook, beautiful stuff, and Curtis Stevens looking on the cameras like, what the fuck? All that. But then he got back up and survived multiple rounds. Daniel Jacobs got dropped. What round was that? Somebody know that the round it was? I was at the fight. I just don't remember. 3 or 4. He got dropped, right? And he got back up and finished the fight. Round 3. There you have it. You know what I'm saying? Curtis Stevens got dropped round 2, I want to say. So, you know what I'm saying? There's different severities of power. Now, again, Golovkin has the power to hurt anybody in middleweight division. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying people, when I read comments, they're making it like Golovkin has Julian Jackson power, and I don't see that. I don't see him having that. And people keep the biggest thing, or not one of the common themes I keep seeing is the fact that Canelo is coming up, but his team played it smart to me, and they fought at 164.5. Even if Chavez Jr. didn't do jack shit, which he didn't do, right? He didn't do shit in that fight. He still fought a big ass dude continuously for 12 rounds. So, okay, I had to block you because you sound stupid. Triple G hits as hard as Drago. Like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, if you relate anything in real boxing to Rocky IV, you don't know shit about boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. He hits as hard as Drago. Get out of here. And just so you know, Drago was shooting up Peds in the movie, so I wouldn't relate any fighter to what the fuck Drago was doing because he was like, "I fight for me," and he was doing steroids and shit while Stallone was running up mountains chopping wood. Drago! See, I'm in a hotel. I can scream as loud as I want. It's Vegas. They don't give a fuck. They're not gonna. When they're gonna call the cops, oh my word, there's somebody in the room and he's yelling Drago or something. Dragon, I don't know. Send reinforcement. Vegas, they're used to this shit. But anyway, like I said, Golovkin is strong. Golovkin has power, and he'll beat the fuck out of you with that power. But what I'm saying is, like, per capita, like, who's he knocked out? Ashita? Like, I'm talking about knocked them out of this. Like, knocked them fuck out. Like, who? Ashita? Who did he knock out? Who the fuck is Adama to this day? Who is Adama? Honestly, somebody tell me where Adama is. I need his social media. I gotta ask him a question because I want to ask him who the fuck he is. Where has he been? Where's Adama at right now? I haven't really enjoyed Las Vegas. I just got here a lot too long ago. I had to check into the hotel. Who the hell's Adama? How many rounds did Adama go with Golovkin? And see, this is the difference too. Like, okay, I know boxing. So all the people talking about what Daniel Jacobs did, throw that out the window because that's not going to help Canelo because Canelo fights nothing like Daniel Jacobs. He's not Daniel Jacobs' height. Um, he doesn't have, I would say, the legs of Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs might have more power. I would probably say he does have more power, right? So he's not Daniel Jacobs. Throw that out the window. So anyway, if anything, I would watch that fight and see if there's little personal things that you can pick out, like, oh, Golovkin didn't pull back his jab quick, and you know what I mean, little stuff like that. But I think Kell Brook would be the closer, like, fight to what Canelo does. You know what I'm saying? Closer, still not exact, right? But yeah, Jacobs he's just a different animal, different puzzle for Golovkin. So, like I said, there's probably stuff that even if you're Canelo, you would watch that fight, pick and choose little stuff. But overall, Jacobs' mo and stuff is different. But see, that's the thing. Go back into the power. Jacobs has been stopped. That's my dude. He's been stopped though. He's been stopped by Dimitri Perot, and y'all were calling him Chinny. Y'all were like, oh, Sergio Mora, Sergio Mora knocked him down. Golovkin's gonna shatter him. He's no longer. He needs a miracle. The man needs a miracle. He's not the miracle man. Y'all saying all that, talking all that stuff about Danny Jacobs' chin, and he's the first person to go the distance with Golovkin. That's what I'm saying. I think Canelo has a solid chin. I think he's tough too. I think he has heart. I think he has that big Mexican heart. I don't think he likes to lose. So again, if Golovkin beats him fair and square, that's fine. But um, y'all, I remember because I was doing videos. Y'all had a lot to say about Danny Jacobs' chin. He was chinny and Dimitri Perot and Sergio Mora dropped him. So what's Golovkin gonna do? You know what? And the funny thing is, Sergio Mora dropped him once and got stopped, and then got stopped in the rematch. And Golovkin has no more knockdowns against Daniel Jacobs than Sergio Mora does. So you guys explain that, since y'all like triangle theories and trying to compare all different fights and stuff. How is it that Sergio Mora has no cracks and him and Golovkin both have the same amount of knockdowns over Daniel Jacobs? They both have one. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Do the fact checkers. But last time I checked, Sergio Mora has one knockdown in the first fight with Jacobs before getting stopped, and Golovkin has one knockdown over Jacobs. Now Sergio Mora caught him. What do you mean? See, you're making excuses. He's like, that knockdown looked sloppy. No, it was a legit knockdown. It was ruled a knockdown by the ref, and it was Jacobs' fault because he was so eager for the kill. He went in with reckless abandon, and he got caught. He got caught off balance. I don't think he was just like really rattled like that, but I mean, I'm not him. He fought the whole fight to win a decision behind the jab. Who? Who's he? What are you guys talking about? See, and this is the thing. Like I said, don't compare Jacobs because Jacobs, like I said, if I'm Canelo, I would watch little parts of the Jacob fight and stuff. But the thing is, Kilbrook and Jacobs gave Golovkin at least some work, right? And to me, the way I look at boxing, it's no surprise to me. It's no surprise that the two guys who were perceived by me and a lot of other people, including Golovkin, if you listen to Golovkin and Abel Sanchez at the time he fought Kilbrook, because they didn't know the Jacobs fight would be a guarantee. So at the time he fought Kilbrook, he says, "Yes, this is my biggest test. Yeah, right now, biggest test." And Abel Sanchez said that too. So a welterweight is your biggest test. They said that. Go back and watch the tape. Don't want to talk about no god darn Matisse. Go back and watch the tape. I speak the truth. Abel and Golovkin said that. And then after they fought Jacobs, and they said the same thing. They said, yeah, big test for me. It's the biggest fight, biggest test, right? Definitely. Now Golovkin's saying Canelo's the biggest test. But Abel said it too, so don't use, oh, it's a language barrier. No, they both said it, right? So to me, it is no surprise that the two people that most of the public, and if you disagree with this, then you're gonna get put in the hot seat and you're gonna get buried. But who is the best person on Golovkin's resume? Name their resume, their momentum, their attributes against what Golovkin does well. If it's not Kell Brook or Danny Jacobs, meaning who's better? Who would you say came into the Golovkin fight with more momentum and was all around a way better fighter and had way more intangibles against Golovkin than Kell Brook or Danny Jacobs? Does anyone disagree that either Kell Brook or Daniel Jacobs were like the biggest name? Lemieux, no, 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 no. See, got him. You going in the hot seat now. G Monster 520. You can't say Lemieux because Lemieux. I said intangibles. Lemieux was a champion that fought Hassan Indam for a vacant belt, and he knocked him down 4 times. Hassan Indam lasted the distance. Peter Quillen fought Hassan Indam and knocked him down 6 times. And then Hassan Indam had wars like Curtis Stevens and stuff like that. So Lemieux was a champion from a vacant belt. That's one fact, right? And he beat Hassan Indam for that vacant belt. He dropped him a bunch of times. It was on the same night as Broner versus Porter and Ward versus Paul Smith. I know these things off the top of my head because I was at Ward's fight and I was hearing about the Broner fight and the Lemieux fight, right? Those are facts, right? So he had no title defenses, not one title defense. And his first title defense was against the boogeyman of the division in Gennady Golovkin. So to me, Lemieux, he's a good fighter, but he wasn't a proven fighter. Not to mention, David Lemieux took 2 losses before Golovkin back to back. If you know boxing, box like this. I don't even need to look. Look, I'm not even on the computer. Look, both my hands. I'm not on the computer. I know this off the top of my head. David Lemieux lost back-to-back fights. Lost back-to-back fights. He lost to Marco Antonio Rubio via stoppage, came back and lost to Hoshim Alcine, right? So how is that? How would you say he had more momentum than Daniel Jacobs or Kell Brook, who was undefeated, right? David Lemieux had been stopped. Kell Brook had never been stopped. Danny Jacobs had been stopped, but he had a title defense 2 versus Sergio Mora. He was the WBA regular champion. And I said attributes. Danny Jacobs is bigger than Golovkin. David Lemieux is shorter than Golovkin. So there's nobody had more of a presence leading up to the fight as Kell Brook and Daniel Jacobs. Willie Monroe Jr. was coming. See, y'all, this is not even a challenge to me. Yeah, like, can y'all give me some work? Because this is not work. Willie Monroe Jr. has 6 knockouts, and he was coming off a split decision against Brian Vera, who just lost like a week or two ago again, and had been stopped by James Kirkland. Do you see? Like, I'm not looking this up or anything. I just know this. I know these things, right? So how is Willie Monroe? And he lost to Darnell Boone, I believe. He fought Darnell. Did he? Yeah, I know he fought him for sure. I think he lost to him, right? 6 knockouts. And he was coming off a split decision over Brian Vera, who lost to Julio Cesar Chavez twice, got knocked out by James Kirkland. So how is Willie Monroe more of a threat than David or Danny Jacobs? Y'all just throwing out names that you know Golovkin fought, and it don't work like that. See, this is why I'm loving these live streams, because now I can drill y'all and see who knows what, because y'all just be bumping your gums and throwing names out. Daniel Jacobs and Kell Brook had the most intangibles and momentum and stuff. Like I said, Jacobs is taller. He's a known power puncher. He has an amateur pedigree. Big frame dude. He has heart, beat cancer. And he had a single, in my opinion, when he fought Golovkin, his win over Peter Quillen was better and more impressive than any of Golovkin's wins to that point. That's the honest truth. Honest truth. Because he took Peter Quillen, who was undefeated. You can say whatever you want now, like, oh, Peter Quillen, that's my dude. But, I mean, he had a tough fight with Deshaun Johnson. That's off a 2-year layoff in the new weight division. I'm talking about at the time when Jacobs fought him. At the time when Jacobs fought him, Quillen was undefeated, a huge puncher, and he got knocked out in 1 round by Daniel Jacobs. So that's a single win that's better than – who wants to argue that? Who wants to debate that? Name a win that Golovkin had at the time he fought Jacobs, a win that was better than Jacobs' win over Peter Quillen, 1st round knockout. Who was that person? Gabe Rosado, a 54-pounder who moved up. Ishida, Adama, Matthew Macklin, who Sergio Martinez had already knocked out. David Lemieux, who Marco Antonio Rubio had knocked out. Marco Antonio Rubio, who had been knocked out and lost to Julio Cesar Chavez. Okay. See, we're getting somewhere. See, this is why I like this live stream shit, because when I just do a video, audio video, y'all can just say whatever, and then you'll have a whole thread of people who don't know shit about boxing. Yeah, I agree with you. They said some dumb shit. What do you agree with? Because you don't know shit about boxing either. You know what I'm saying? But now when we do these little hot seats and we talk about boxing, I can ask you. You know what I mean? We're just having a simple chat. We're having a simple chat right now. You're talking about Willie Monroe. Really? He was coming off a split decision win. And he had a loss before. And he had 6 knockouts. How, you know what I mean? Who really, he was like a 60-1 underdog versus Golovkin. And shout out to Willie. That's my dude. But I'm talking about, like, who had the most chance to beat Golovkin type thing. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't say it's Willie Monroe, because he only has 6 knockouts. He's in shape, but he only has 6 knockouts. He was coming off a split decision, and he didn't have the experience. He don't have the experience to do everything. You know what I'm saying? He don't have the experience to when Golovkin does have a ton of experience. Askia Hussein, $5 super chat, do the shmoney dance. Gabe had a choice to fight at a catch weight, and he chose not to because he didn't want anyone to make any excuses if he won. That's an actual fact. I know that. My dude actually filmed a documentary that's on YouTube. And I think it's called like Shock the World or something, but the video's still probably up, and you can watch that. And they talk about that, about the catch weight, and he was like, I don't want no excuses. Gabe Rosado's a dog. He's a warrior. You know what I mean? People look at resumes and losses and shit. So I don't know. Bottom line is, if everyone fought the amount of people that Gabe Rosado fought, they'd have losses too. He fought Martin Murray, Angulo, Golovkin, David Lemieux, Peter Quillen, Jay Leon Love. You know what I'm saying? Um, Jermell Charlo. A lot of people have losses if they stepping up to the plate like that with those type of names in their divisions. Moving up in weight and moving down in weight. You know what I'm saying? I think he moved back down after he had moved up to fight Charlo. So Quillen, I don't know if I mentioned that, but that's someone else Gabe Rosado fought. I mean, he's down to scrap with whoever. He fought Willie Monroe. Yeah, Peter Quillen's fighting at super middle, 168. But his last fight was at 170. So he didn't, you know what I mean? So if you've been on a long layoff, you don't want to have to lose more weight than what's necessary. Um, I posted about John Jones failing the B drug test. I mean, put it this way. I mean, it's not really a surprise. Name somebody, a professional fighter, who failed A drug test and then their B came in clean. Because I don't even know. I can't think of anybody who people always complain, hey, something's up. Ate the meat. You know what I'm saying? But I can't think of one person who failed the A test and their B came in clean. You know what I'm saying? So I expected it, to be honest. I expected John Jones's test to fail because, like I said, it's like, I mean, unless you got framed or some weird cover-up shit. Like I said, who had a clean B test, but their A test was fucked up. I'm sure it happens, but but Golovkin, like I said, Golovkin has power. Oh, Golovkin has power for sure, but he has to get to you. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing that's interesting about this fight to me is people keep thinking about Kell Brook and Danny Jacobs and whoever else Golovkin fought, but realistically, to me, Golovkin hasn't fought someone like Canelo. Be doing some sweet shit in there, like pull counters. Who does a pull counter? Daniel Jacobs. I never seen him do that. You know what I'm saying? I literally seen Canelo do a pull counter versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Right? Um, like people like Cotto, he was doing some slick shit. Cotto sent a hook at a weak ass jab, then he countered with the uppercut, then he slipped the punch and rolled out. You know what I mean? He be doing some slick ass sequences. I'd be like thinking, like realistically, Canelo be doing little certain sequences. I'm like, damn, he got that from Floyd. I could tell, like, you know what I'm saying? He like perfected it. Like he worked on that. He'd be taking little chapters out of Floyd's playbook. But I mean, much respect to Canelo. He's his own fighter, and I don't want to hear nothing because I know some people try to get mad, like, no, Canelo would never take anything from Mayweather because you want this new media is here now. Y'all want this misconception that Floyd's a bitch and he pussy and a runner. So anytime you say like a warrior or a good boxer puncher took anything from Floyd, they take it as an insult. That's not an insult. The motherfucker's 50-0 and he beat the fuck out of Canelo. That's not an insult that he learned something from him. Because Floyd learned from people before him. He was watching Sugar Ray Leonard's and Roberto Duran's and Sweet Pea Whitaker. But it just so happens a lot of y'all hate Floyd. So y'all want to attach a negative connotation to Floyd. That's why you don't want to hear Floyd or Canelo took this from Floyd, this move from Floyd. But whatever. Triple G has good body work for sure. Triple G's slow to me though. He has good timing, but he's like slow. But like I said, Canelo can't just be in there like fighting stupid. Like even if he has Golovkin hurt, you know what I'm saying? Even if he has Golovkin hurt, he has to be cautious because Golovkin. See, Mike, you just saying stuff. Timing beats speed. That's cliche. We all know timing beats speed, but Canelo has good timing. So you're just saying some cliche that everyone says. Stalls make fights. Yeah, we all know that. Timing beats speed. Yes, but break it down. Like Canelo has good timing too. You know what I'm saying? Just y'all just be saying cliche stuff. You can't win them all. Styles make fights. Timing beats speed. Yeah, those are all true things. But Canelo has good timing too. Golovkin has good timing. That's why it's a good fight, right? Because they both do good things in there. Man, if I'm Canelo, he shouldn't even headhunt. Like if he can get some uppercuts off or jabs and stuff like that, that's cool. How do you know Triple G wins? I don't understand your question. How do you know Triple G wins? You think Khan was a good fight? No. That's why I did 7 reasons why Canelo versus Khan shouldn't happen. But what does that have to do with here and now? I don't think it was a good fight. I also didn't think Kell Brook was a good fight for Golovkin. Golovkin, since you guys like cliche sayings, a great little man will lose to a good big man. I mean, realistically, you could say that for Sor Rungvisai, to be honest. In terms of pure skill and ability, Chocolatito probably has more technique and, sidestep, that Conor McGregor, you know what I mean? I would say Chocolatito has more skill overall. If like at one point I was gonna drive like Uber, so you have to go to Jiffy Lube. I never ended up driving or whatever. But anyway, they had like a checklist, and they had like, oh, check your lights, your tire pressure, and they go through a checklist. So if you had a checklist like that with Chocolatito and Rungvisai, I'm pretty sure if you looked at all the metrics, Chocolatito would have more metrics checked than Rungvisai. But the fact that Rungvisai punches hard as a motherfucker, and he has good offensive skills, and Chocolatito was the guy moving up. He was able to break him down. So there's different variables, to be honest. Estrada versus Rungvisai. Oh. Estrada's a better technically, but Rungvisai is cracking. He's definitely hitting hard. Man, I knew it was y'all don't have to believe me, but when I heard Rungvisai grunting with every punch, I'm like, yeah, Chocolatito is done for. And see, it's so funny, man. It's so funny if you guys listen to them old videos, how a lot of people are just living to live and die with L's. They just living with that L. Because another thing, and I said this in my video. I told you guys when I was talking about the Chocolatitos not #1 pound for pound in one of those videos, I told you that I believe Inouye beats Chocolatito. And they're like, oh, Inouye, he never fought no one. Do you see how big Inouye is? Inouye, there's a picture. Google it. There's a picture with Chocolatito and Inouye, and Inouye looks huge next to Chocolatito. And obviously the weight mattered, you know what I mean, in this situation. Obviously the weight has impacted what's happened with Chocolatito's career. You know what I'm saying? So y'all said I was crazy for saying Inouye would beat him because you hadn't heard of Inouye or probably seen him. That's crazy, man. See, we got to get better as a boxing populace. Everybody wants to. It's not even just boxing, just the world in general. If you speak your mind, people say you're hate. It's hate. It's hate. You could easily distinguish hate. If I wanted to hate on these fighters, I would just make stuff up about them. I don't care if it's true, if it's false. I would just make shit up. But the stuff I'm saying is stuff I've actually seen, stuff I could prove. You know what I mean? Or inklings based on things that I've seen. You know what I mean? I've never just looked at a fighter like, yeah, let me just make up some shit about Chocolatito. He deserves it. Like, what would be the basis? But like I said, truth always comes out. Will you be prepared for it? That's the real question. You know what I'm saying? HBO didn't give Rungvisai no type of love after the first win. They're like, oh, it's a robbery and shit. That's why Rungvisai was grunting with each body shot. He was like, fuck HBO. You know what I'm saying? He was probably saying fuck HBO when he was, with each body shot. Like fuck HBO. That's what he was doing. And he didn't get no type of love. Even in the telecast, they weren't really. They were just acting like another robbery victim. New media. We don't just say shit. We talk about it. Look how big Inui is. Look how big he looks. Here, let me so it's level. Because y'all be like, oh, it's an optical illusion. It's Photoshop. Look how big he looks next to Chocolatito. And he has technique, crazy left hook. I think Inui would have beat Chocolatito, but I mean Rungvisai did it. So I'm anxious to see all them other dudes mix it up. Estrada, Inui, Rungvisai, all them dudes. But like I said, the ultimate thing is look at what people say then and look what they say now. That'll tell you all you need to know. What looks blurry? This looks blurry, like the screen. I think Rungvisai might damn near be the hardest fight for Inui, just because they both have that mentality. The screen, damn, you need to upgrade to that iPhone 6. Nobody else is complaining. Oh, everybody's stream's getting fucked up. Well, I'm about to get off here anyway. I'm about to get something to eat, so I'll just touch it in. I'm in Vegas now. The connection got bad. Yeah, it's blurry. I'm just gonna get off. Probably the hotel Wi-Fi. Yeah. All right, I'll probably do a live stream earlier